Yes, people, what's going on? Back again with another footy talk. Savage here. What's happening, bro?
I'm all good. Not a lot happening my end. What about you?
Well, bro, there was supposed to be some stuff happening. I thought Bayern were coming to the country and it was Kane's birthday and everything was gonna get done. What the hell is going on?
No, they just came for some lunch. By all reports, it looks like they turned up, had lunch, probably knowing Daniel Levy. It was probably like McDonald's or KFC or something. They flew back to Munich, and we can all get on with all the rumours. So
Still no deal done. Like
still
what?
no deal. Listen, there's rumours now of. I mean, what I don't get, Rants, is 2023. Hello, everyone in the chat, by the way. It's 2023, right? How many deals? Why do you need to jump on a plane? Come and try and get a deal over the line when you're 20 million apart.
FaceTime. They said it was 25 million. 25 million valuation apart. That's what they said. 25 million.
Just do a WhatsApp video call or something. Like what do you need? What's the flight coming over here? Look, surely before you get here, both parties have got a clue about how far away they are in expectation. And surely if both parties are meeting, it's because, all right, we want 20 million more, they want 20 million less, and you meet 10 million in the middle, or I don't know, like you stay over a few nights and you keep having conversations. I don't know, man. It's the history of the Tottenham, as Jose Mourinho once said. So yeah, he's still a Spurs player for now.
It's mad, isn't it? 25 million is mad. 25 million is a whole player valuation apart. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is the point flying? Like, what is the point flying over for that? It would have cost them about $500,000 for the private jet. It's like, why are you wasting that money just to come all the way over, just to have a conversation that you could have had on the phone, blood? Like, everyone's been there. I'm sure anyone that's worked in the corporate sector have gone to a meeting on Monday morning thinking, yo, this could have been an email. Like, why am I here? Like, and it's literally one of those things. It could have been an email. 25 million gap. Like, what was the talk? What was the talk gonna do?
Yeah. And by the way, sorry, people in the chat. Yeah, it was Chiellini who said that. Apologies. Look, I don't know, man. I don't understand. First of all, I don't understand how no other club has come in for him. Like, I don't know whether they're all sitting back and they're all thinking, look, let's let Bayern play the game, right? Let's let Bayern use their private jet to come and have all the conversations. I just don't know, mate, at the moment. All the noises are that he wants to go. There's been no one from the club has come and said he's not available. No one from his party has come and said that he's got no interest in Germany. The fact that they flew over here, right? How often do chairman just have a meeting? No, you're meeting for a reason. So listen, I'm disappointed if he's going to go, get it wrapped up. Let's all move on with our lives. Let's go and find our next striker or put that money towards some centre halves and let's crack on. But I'm almost bored of him. I'm bored of him right now.
You know what? Like, this is a weird situation, and I could really see Harry Kane staying there. I really could, like, because I don't think he's got much interest, you know, outside of Bayern Munich. I think that's the only reason why he's even possibly entertaining it. I know that sounds absurd, yeah, because it's Harry Kane. But honestly, like, the wages that I've heard touted around, like over 500k, yeah, and the transfer fee, no one don't want him like that. I'll be honest, like, it's just like nobody wants him. So he's in a situation where it's Bayern or bust.
Yeah.
It's Bayern or bust. Like, because United, we just signed Højlund, and even if we weren't going to sign him, like Højlund is not going to be on 500k a week. Like, and he's got longevity. He's 20 years old. Harry Kane is a quick fix to any team. Harry Kane is what Lewandowski was to Barcelona. Let's get a couple good years out of him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it was. And Lewandowski is not going to cost £100 million. So yeah, like, it's a mad situation for Harry Kane. He's finding himself absolutely snookered, man.
I think the funny thing about all of this is that all the reports are saying, sorry, I can't say this without laughing because it's so Spurs. And you know, when you support a club and you're just embarrassed and like, apparently we've asked for a buyback clause. Now, when you are selling, like Man City are selling 18-year-olds all over the shop, right? Sell 18-year-olds. Real Madrid do. They chuck in buyback clauses in case they mess up and they're the next best thing. We're chucking in a buyback clause, Rants. Sorry.
For an old man, by the time, if he goes over there for 2 years, he don't work out, you're going to buy him back at 33 years old.
Right. And you know what will happen? This is what embarrasses me. Like, loads of Spurs fans come onto my show and they're like, SAGA, you're negative. This is a good thing. Are we getting back? He can break Shearer's record. Rants, I don't know about you, mate, right? Once a player leaves, I don't care about Alan Shearer's goal scoring record.
But once a player leaves, I don't care about them. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Second of all, you know what will happen, mate? You know what will happen? It means for the next 3 years, anytime Spurs don't go and strengthen with a proper striker, it'll be, don't forget Harry's coming back soon, so we just need a quick fit. Oh, man. Honestly, I want to go back inside the womb, come back out and start again. Like, just not as a Spurs fan. It is, oh, man. I mean, a buyback clause. I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat might know, but has any of you in the chat ever heard of a buyback clause for someone at that age? Like,
no, like it doesn't make sense, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, what makes you think that after leaving Tottenham here and going to Bayern Munich here and winning trophies, he's going to want to come back to Tottenham? What makes you think? Because Tottenham are probably going to be in a worse off situation than where he left them. So why the hell would he come back? Like, shit don't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. A buyback clause for someone in their mid-30s by the time, it's absurd, isn't it?
It's absolutely crazy. Someone said, SAGA, you're a young guy. You can switch clubs still.
Nah, bro, he's too far gone now, bro.
I don't feel young. I'll tell you that much, mate. Man. Nah. And if I am going to support someone else, I'm going to go down. Like, I'm about 15 minutes away from Dartford. They're in the Conference South, and they play some good football. So, and Teddy Sheringham's son plays up front for them. So, I might go and support them. Because, mate, look, do you know the problem with all of this as well is the vibes I'm getting is Bale vibes, Berbatov vibes, where everything is left last minute. And then the excuse from the club, if they sell him in the last week, is, we didn't have enough time to get things done. Like, and then if he stays, brilliant. Then we're going to watch him next year walk to, I don't know, imagine he walks over the road to Chelsea. I mean, like, just, I don't know, mate. The club's in a mess. You've seen all the stuff going on about the club today, have you? I'm sure you have.
No, I haven't, but obviously I heard about the Lewis stuff, but what, has there been more development?
So, yeah. So you've had the Lewis stuff this week. You've had Harry Kane stuff. A funny one. Actually, I'll go in time order. So this morning, the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, who are absolutely useless and literally have no power. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like they write a strongly worded letter, Rants. Yeah? They write a strongly worded letter and Levy will give it to his secretary and go, oh, just something generic. Go on, send it back. They basically said, and I don't disagree with them on this, they basically said that everyone at Spurs should protest because of the ticket prices have gone up. And they're saying, well, hang on, like we're not getting better. Like, we're not buying better players. Nothing's got better. Why are we going up? Anyway, within 2 hours, so that's now caused a big debate among the Spurs fans as to would you protest, would you not? I'm in the would I not, because I think we're too far gone with these owners and it's not a football club. Spurs then responded by saying, well, hang on, we've not put the prices up for 4 years. And for those 4 years, we've been absorbing all the additional costs of the stadium, etc.
Sure.
Then, and I don't know if anyone wants to have a quick look after this show at Tottenham's official Twitter page. Tottenham announced, I'll show you, right? I'll show you this. Tottenham announced this. This is how out of touch Tottenham Hotspur Football Club are, right? With everything. So there's a big row about ticket prices. Harry Kane might be leaving. We've signed no centre-backs. The window is awful. No one's been sold. So Spurs said that. I don't know if anyone can see that. That we're in partnership with Paramount for the Ninja Turtles film.
Like, sorry, what?
Yeah. To mark this week's release of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film, the club is collaborating with Paramount on a range of turtle-themed activities, events, and merchandise during the school summer holidays. That's Tottenham right now, Rants. And people think protesting is going to make these guys go.
But like, it's crazy, isn't it?
The Ninja Turtles, Rants.
Nah, yeah, your club are taking the absolute piss out of you. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know, innit? Like, this is crazy. Like, what are they doing? Like, you're in the middle, yeah, of some mad debacle with like your majority owner, yeah. And then the Harry Kane thing, and they're talking about Ninja Turtles.
Mate, it's absolutely mental. They listen. A lot of it is people saying, "Oh, they can't read the room," and you know, I always used to say that. They can't read the room.
They're not in the room.
I'm
talking about read the room. They're not in the room, mate. You lot are in the room on your own.
They're not in the same building, Rants. They're not. They're not in the same postcode. These guys, and this is why I had big arguments this morning with a couple of people who are very much protesting that. And I turned around and I said to them, I said, look, like they used the example of Newcastle. And I said, okay, but let's get this right. When the Newcastle fans were protesting against Mike Ashley, they were just a football club. And what I mean by that, I'm not knocking Newcastle. What I meant by that is they were a club worth £330 million, right? Their stadium was used only for Newcastle United home games. And it was a depleted squad and it was cool. Protest. They sold for what, 330, 40 million, whatever they did. Tottenham Hotspur is like a £4 to £5 billion enterprise. Yeah, that isn't just football. You've got this bucket over here that's football revenue. Then you've got basket will probably be soon. Then you've got NFL. Then you've got concerts. Then you've got all the boxing. You've now got the Formula One track. You've got the Skywalk. They showed the other day that they showed the club shop. The club shop has been taken over by Beyonce and WizKid. I don't even know who WizKid is. He was there the other night. 80,000 people. Sorry, I don't know who he is. Right,
one of the biggest artists in West Africa, bro.
Sorry, man. I listen. I don't know many people. Right. So he's playing there to 80,000 people. The club shop was pictures of WizKid and baseball caps of WizKid, and like, we are not a football club, Rants. We're not a football club.
You're an entertainment like company, innit? That's what you are. You're like Paramount. Maybe that's why there's a collab there, innit? That's
Tottenham
what it is.
Paramount. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. You can start making your own movies and that. Maybe that's what it is.
Do you know the funny thing, right? Is, and obviously you have Henry on once a week. Henry always says to me, change your mind yet about going to the North London O2? That's what he calls the Spurs Stadium.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And honestly, what do they have at the O2? Tennis, basketball, they have concerts.
Everything, bro. X Factor. You know the ones, Dancing with the Stars, bro. Everything at the O2. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Listen, Strictly Come Dancing. They got the whole shebang there, bro. You know what I'm saying? They even had the darts there, I think.
It's yeah, like someone said, they'll open up a cinema. I don't doubt it. Listen, they bought golf courses,
a nightclub downstairs, bro. I think some of them basketball teams. I think one of the basketball teams got a nightclub. I think it's like Houston or something. Houston Rockets, but they got a nightclub or something. You look at open a nightclub.
Chelsea have got a nightclub under the pitch, haven't they? Chelsea have got a nightclub underground.
Have they actually?
Yeah. I used to work there. Funnily enough, I used to
there
work
you go.
for Chelsea.
So then there you go. That's the next one.
But this is. But do you know what? As much as Chelsea might do these other bits, and even Arsenal have used their stadium for like the summertime ball and the capital summertime ball and stuff. But these clubs still concentrate on football. And we're sitting there going, we've got rid of one player. We've got rid of one footballer. And we were told 2 months ago from one of the most senior Spurs journalists that reports on the clubs, actually posted out, this is harsh, I can't remember what I'm going to say. They posted out on the 20th of May, right? This was their tweet. It said, I'm hearing that Tottenham are set to rip up several contracts in the next couple of weeks. The rebuild this summer is going to be ginormous. So far, Harry Winks has gone, and we've brought in a free transfer, a cheap goalkeeper, and Maddison, who was relegated. Mate, honestly, I could moan about Spurs all day.
This is mad.
So other fans, think yourself lucky you don't support Spurs.
Yeah. You man are knee deep, yeah, or even like neck deep in mud right now. Do you know what I mean? Like oh no, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, yeah. That's why it's funny. That's why I enjoy hearing about other teams' misery, because then it puts my own into perspective, you know, when my club are doing certain things that have me feeling uncomfortable. Yeah, like Tottenham are a different level of like finished. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I think Harry Kane will end up staying though.
Yeah. Harry Kane will end up staying. He'll walk away. He'll walk away on a free next year. Then next year, when we've got no money, it'll be, oh well, you know, we've lost our striker with no money. And listen, it just goes round and round and round. And
then they'll put the season ticket prices up again. You know, no.
It's mad. But do you know what's worse than this? Is the percentage of the fan base that stick up for the owners. That is the worst thing. It's the fans that throughout this whole look, there was like an 8-year period from them announcing the stadium to it opening. Right. So obviously, you know, once they announced it, if you remember, they knocked down like our stadium, but they were building on the same site, if that makes sense. And in that 8-year period, there were so many fans going, this is going to allow us to compete. The funds are all going to go into the club. We're going to be one of the richest clubs in the world. We've been in that stadium 5 years now, and it was better, and we were buying better players when we were at White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
And I just want my football club back, man. I'm not even sitting here talking about winning trophies right now. I think we're decades away from it. I just want my football club back. I want to feel some soul, some heart. The ground has no atmosphere. It's not a football ground. So, yeah, sorry that you've listened to me moan for
No, it's not a football ground, and it wasn't built for football. It wasn't built for football. This is the joke. And when fans understand that, then you kind of just gotta absorb what's going on right now. Like, it's treacherous for you lot. I can't lie, because that stadium was never built with football in mind. That's why it doesn't have a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything about that stadium was built for the profit and for business purposes outside of football. So,
but the thing is, Rants, the stadium's been open nearly 5 years, right? And still no stadium naming rights.
Yeah, because they're waiting to accumulate as many different strings to the bow, and then they can sell the naming rights for more money. Do you know what I mean? It makes a lot of sense.
Like the Amazon Arena.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you know the DAZN Bowl, something like that, right?
Something like that. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be one of those big enterprises. That's what it will be. Like, these guys know exactly what they're doing. Like, you've just got to look at, because bro, like, they're not holding their cards very close to their chest. They're showing you exactly what the future looks like. Yeah, you know. So Paramount movies and shit. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, these guys are not about football. They were never about football. This was always business, and this was always bigger business than football itself.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why, you know, it is what it is. Let's talk about something other than Tottenham.
That's crazy. You see the Mbappe loyalty bonus about to land.
Yeah, loyalty. I like
that guy's about as loyal as Max Branning, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe, bro.
Max
I can't
Branning.
believe. How can
are you dropping EastEnders references into?
Bro, listen, man. Listen, EastEnders is timeless television. Like, it's one of them things where, I'll be real, like, no footballer should ever get a loyalty bonus, because they're getting paid to be there. Like, it's not loyalty. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not loyalty at all. I'm not loyal to any job. As soon as you stop playing me, I'm gone. You know, like that. Like, there's no loyalty, bruv. Like, there's certain men that have been at their job for 40 years. It's not because they're loyal. It's because the job's meeting their requirements. Yeah. And that's all it is. As soon if you stop paying me, I'm not turning up. I don't give a fuck. You know, like that. So it's not loyalty, bro. You know what I mean? Loyalty is when no one's paying you money and you're there because you want to be there, because you feel like you have a moral obligation to be there, bro. Do you know what I mean? You're not doing me a favor.
Can I tell you something that might be a little bit controversial? But a little bit of me inside laughs at this situation that he finds himself in right now, because I think I said this to you last week. I was so disappointed that he could have gone last year on a free to Madrid. For me, that was the mistake. You had the chance to join Real Madrid. You should have gone. Now they're talking about, like, even Sky Sports were joking and said, that they feel sorry for the reserve defenses in the French league this season. Do you know what I mean? Imagine you're in the B team. You're in the B team of Montpellier or something, and all of a sudden you got
to play Mbappe. Yes, long.
You're a 17-year-old left back, and Mbappe's running at your way.
Yeah, you're getting blessed by Mbappe. It's long. I can't even lie. No, you don't want that.
But they said like today, they said that Madrid are open to listening to offers. But like realistically, like they're saying they're happy for him to go on loan. But realistically, where does he go on loan? Like,
but if they're happy for him to go on loan, they might as well keep him in the reserves, blood, because it's like if he goes on loan, they're still gonna have to pay the wages anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I can't see where he'd go on loan. Unless they came to a deal with like Real Madrid that, you know what I mean? Listen, you can have him for a year on loan before he joins you for free, but you have to take 100%, 80%, whatever of his wages. But I can't see where else he goes. I mean, Chelsea aren't good enough to get Mbappe right now, are they? They're normally a club
like, what's the point in loaning him out? Because it's like, if you know he's going to go there for free, you might as well just keep him at the club and get something out of him, because you're going to lose him anyway. Yeah.
Here's a question. Has he done anything wrong?
I think what he done wrong in the first place was extending the contract.
I agree, but has he, like, technicalities, Rants?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. He signed a 2-year contract extension, right? And he's halfway through it. I don't know if somebody knows more about this than me, but I'm looking at it and going, he's being painted out to be a villain, but what did he...
Yeah, but what he done is he probably gave them the impression that he was committed to the project, yeah, and he wasn't, you know, like that.
Right, yeah.
This is what it is, because the one thing I say about them guys, them Qatari guys, they're very principled guys, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So legally, he hasn't done anything wrong, but he probably sat down when he signed that new contract, smiling, saying, yeah, like, they probably said, listen, Mbappe, you're going to be the face of the project. You're going to be the face of the rebuild. We're going to give you extra say who comes in, who goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he said that he wanted certain players gone. He wanted certain managers to come in and do all these other things. And they've involved him in that. And then he just turned around and said, actually, I want to go now. Do you know what I'm saying? And they thought, hold on, like, we've put all of this in place for you, yeah? And we were building this around you and you fucked us. That's what it looks like. It looks like he shafted them, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Because
but here's a loyalty bonus.
Yeah, but there you go. Like, if Mbappe didn't shaft them, what he should have done is said, you know what? I'm gonna waive the loyalty bonus. Yeah, let me go now.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, today, am I right in seeing that PSG are signing Ousmane Dembele from Barca? Yeah. But am I right in seeing this afternoon that they've also made contact about Muani? Sky Sports said that they've made contact with Muani. So I'll be interested to see how that plays out. I mean, imagine Mbappe just in exile for a year.
That's crazy, you know. Muani would be a good signing for them, you know.
He could go traveling, Rants. Like, you know, he could go and do like Thailand and Australia, and he could just go traveling around the world. Brilliant. Good on him. It's mental.
This is mad, you know. But nah, I reckon Mbappe's fleeced them 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're doing, because you know what? PSG are doing a good job right now with how they're structuring the team. However, they should have done this at the beginning. Like,
yeah.
Why did
they went
them
for
so
superstars?
Long? Yeah, they tried to go straight into the Galactico thing.
Yeah. I think, listen, and the problem was, I remember saying a couple of years back when they had people like, oh my God, look at this 11. And you had Ramos and you had Messi and, Verratti and Mbappe and Neymar. And I remember saying to someone, I think that's great on paper. That's great on paper. But when you look at world-class teams, they're made up, they've got those unglamorous players in there as well. You look at Liverpool's team that's done really, really well. There's let's be fair. Fabinho is not a glamorous player. Henderson is not a glamorous footballer. Andy Robertson, a really good left back, but he's not glamorous. Do you know what I mean? You need components that make it work. And PSG just got it badly wrong year in, year out. But I think they'll be better this year. I do. I think when I look at some of the sensible
they're going to be much
better
this year. Much better this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're going to be much better. Listen, I don't think they're going to win the Champions League or anything like that, but I think that they're going to be more of a unit.
Yes.
And I mean, Neymar still there, right? In all of this, I don't know who plays for who anymore.
Neymar is still there, yeah.
Correct. Neymar's still there. Okay. Be interesting to see what happens. Be really interesting to see.
Still there for now. There's no way he can really go. You know what I mean? There's no way he can really go. I don't see anyone putting a lot of money in for Neymar. With his age and his injury record, it would only be a loan thing, and I don't know where he could go on loan. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I think this is the problem now. Some of the fees that are going to be asked for people like Neymar, people like Mbappe, are just so ridiculous that you've got Saudi Arabia, and then the drop from them to the next bidder is going to be like 150 million difference. So what do you do? You know, I don't know. I still feel like Chelsea have got a big signing in them. I don't know. I feel like one of the Premier League clubs has got a Neymar in them. Got a, I don't know, not necessarily Neymar, but somebody of that ilk as a bit of a Galactico.
I think they do. I think they do, bro. Don't be surprised with Man City. Because Man City are just creeping right now. Do you know what I mean? Not really doing nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
And you see them fuckers come out of nowhere, bro. Like,
yeah.
Listen, I can see it, man.
Those stalker settings where they're just sort of sitting and watching everybody. Listen, they'll be really calm about this. They didn't need to do a lot, but I saw today they were after, obviously Elise was one they're looking at, but also who's the guy Villa were after? Jeremy Doku.
Yeah, Doku's been linked to them as well, and they're also saying got Vardio as well. They're saying Vardio's finally gonna get done now as well. Like I think Man City are just waiting in. You know what I mean? They're just crouching in the high grass and they're just gonna pounce and do some madness. That's what I think they're gonna do. Like they're saying Chelsea are trying to get Mbappe. I don't see that ever happening, to be honest. They did the João Felix thing last season. It didn't bang.
Yeah, I think for me, Man City are the perfect team to strike late in the window. I think some clubs you need to get it in. You need to get the players settled and give them time. I think the way Pep goes, he tends to stick with his players he knows and then gently introduce the new players. So I think that'd be a wonderful move for someone like Elise. I really do. I think Pep would take him on to new levels. I think if people gave him the time, I think it would be like when Grealish went there. You know, let him have that first year to work out that he's not the maverick that he is at Palace. And hone his skills. So I think they'll get him. And but what's going on with? Sorry to change the direction of the conversation, but what's going on with Vardio? Like,
oh no, you know, I think they jumped the gun in it. They jumped the gun in the sense that Romano was telling everyone the deal was done. Clearly wasn't done. Do you know what I mean? And he got a lot of flack for that. However, he's definitely coming. I think that Leipzig are waiting to sign his replacement before they let him go.
Yeah.
And that's the right way to do things, because then you get absolutely fleeced if people know you've got the money. That's what's happening with West Ham and Declan Rice.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It was just strange because, like you said, Romano gave the here we go. And then it was like, oh, Man City have signed Vardio. Oh, no, they haven't. It's just all a bit.
This is what I mean. So if you're doing high profile business, sign the replacement first. West Ham now, everyone they want costs 50 million now. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone knows you got 105 for Declan Rice. This is exactly
you want Scott McTominay? 50 million.
That's what I mean. Scott wasn't 50 before, but he is now. You need someone. And this is what
West Ham tax. Declan Rice tax.
That's exactly what it is.
And did you see what happened today with them? They were meant to be getting that Man City forward, weren't they? Have you seen it? Is it Borges?
And then what's happened?
Ajax have got him instead. And the headline is Ajax hijack deal, and he's on his way to have a medical now. Apparently, at Ajax.
And they let Scamacca go, didn't they?
Not yet. They rejected 20 million apparently for Scamacca, and Inter are going to come back in with 25 or whatever. But
fuck, he'll do well at Inter as well to replace Lukaku.
Yeah. I think he's a player that we haven't really seen the best of at West Ham. I mean, My West Ham mate said to me, I've got far too many of them, by the way. Said that last year the problem is they bought a lot of attacking players in Scamacca, Paqueta, Maxwell Cornet, but the problem
and they still play shit football. That's what's amazing. How you gonna...
They haven't got a manager that knows how to integrate those players. If those players had been coming in and you had a forward-thinking manager, we might have seen West Ham. I'm not saying they didn't have a good season because they won the Conference League, but we might have not seen them in a relegation battle. But yeah, they've been there you go. That's it.
That's crazy. Wow.
And he's really rated, this guy, as well. He's really rated.
Shit.
I bet you City have put in a buyback clause.
yeah, for sure. Nah, listen, this is crazy. I can't even lie. Like football's funny. Like this window has been absolutely hilarious. I'll give them that. And we got everyone inside. Smash up that like. Let's get us over 500 likes. Johnny Evans signing a 1-year contract. I did say that, guys. Remember when Johnny Evans came in and you lot were saying, "Oh yeah, it's only a short-term deal." It wasn't a short-term deal. All it was a trial, man. Do you know what I mean? For him to come in and see how he's integrated. Johnny Evans is a great signing for the club because it means we can get rid of Harry Maguire. Yeah, we don't need to sign another centre back because Harry Maguire was 5th choice anyway. And Johnny Evans is a great professional. He knows the club. He's been at the club, and he's going to add a lot to the dressing room behind the scenes, and he'll probably go into coaching after. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's the perfect signing without spending any money. I think it's a great signing, and he's not going to require a lot of wages either.
Yeah.
So having him, he's a model pro. This guy played with Vidic and Ferdinand, man. I'm forgetting. Like Johnny Evans is, do you know what I mean? He's proper, and he was making bloody Harry Maguire. He made a lot of men look good at Leicester. That Sionchu, that scrub. As you know what I mean, Harry Maguire, he was carrying Sionchu. Do you know what I mean?
I love that, and he's got to move to Atletico.
Exactly, and he's awful.
Like Atletico, they signed some odd players. Like last window, when it was on the last day of the window, Matt Doherty, who was awful. I was like, why does Simeone want him? But it's funny. It's funny that we're just talking about Vardiol because Romano's just come back, and I like the wording he uses. He said, Leipzig and Man City are in active talks to seal the Vardiol deal after verbal agreement reached 10 days ago. It's like,
yeah, he's doubling down on the 10 days ago thing. Yeah, he's trying to save his reputation right now. I hear that.
Yeah, and David Ray has just agreed personal terms with Arsenal, so looks like that will get done. Yeah,
this is crazy. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think the Johnny Evans thing, it's a great signing. It's a very, very good signing, and that definitely opens the door for Harry Maguire to leave, which is amazing. Do you know what I'm saying? And they said that Johnny Evans' missus already works at the club for MUTV. So there you go. So yeah,
if you can have an experienced, again, going back to what we were just talking about, Rants, the unglamorous, right? If you can have an experienced guy who knows the club inside out, what is he, free on a free?
Yeah, free.
Right, on a free. And if you can get 30 plus for Harry Maguire, that is absolutely fantastic business. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you got the people could say, well, hang on, we paid 80, we took the hit. But he's been with you for a number of seasons now. It's not like you've got nothing out of him in that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like Chelsea selling half the players they bought last window. Do you know
what I
mean?
Literally. That's exactly what they're doing.
So I think that makes sense. And do you know what? I'm going to say it. Spurs centre-backs are so bad, I would have Johnny Evans in my 11.
Oh, 100%.
Our centre-backs are so bad, I would have Johnny Evans starting.
Yeah, he's still a Premier League centre-half, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he
unlike
100%
ours.
is. He 100% is compared to what you guys have. Like, do you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Do you not want Eric Dyer?
Nah, I'm good. Million? Like, Johnny Evans is better. Right. Like, cool. It's literally that. Like, Johnny Evans is not going to play for us. He's going to be that guy that comes in the League Cup in the early rounds. Do you know what I'm saying? And he might come in alongside Lissandro to give Varane a rest, or he might, or not even, because we got Lindelof. Do you know what I mean? This guy is going to probably start less than 10 games for us this season. Like in all competitions. Like, it's a good signing.
So what have you got? You've got Lindelof, Varane, Martinez.
Lissandro.
They're your free, right?
Martinez, yeah.
And then Shaw, can tuck in and play that
And
role
then
as
Shaw
needed.
plays there as well. And then Maguire's fifth choice behind Shaw. You know what I mean? So it's that. So you're better off just bringing in Evans.
Oh, Johnny Evans is coming into your club to do what? Who was we talking about the other day? Who's the one at Man City, the goalkeeper? Who's just collecting
Scott
trophies?
Carson,
Scott
bro.
Carson.
That's it.
He is.
Vibe.
That is everyone's dream. That is everyone's dream.
Bruv, listen, bruv, he's coming in to control the stereo, bruv. Like literally, he's coming in to control the music.
Stereo.
That's why he's coming in, bro. Like that is why he's coming in. So
have you still got Baye? That's good. Someone's mentioned Baye. Is he still
Eric Bailly's still under contract with us, I believe.
Jesus.
He's still under contract.
And Jones has gone now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, Jones' contract finally expired after Ollie gave him an extension when he was here.
How long was he at Man United for, Rants?
Phil Jones was there since Fergie. So that means Phil Jones was at Man United for over a decade. He was at Man United for close to 15 years, I reckon.
Wow. That is absolutely mental.
Yeah, he came in 2011, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's there for nearly 15 years, bro. 12 years.
You know what, right? We were working out on my show yesterday that between, these are awful players I'm about to mention, by the way, now. Right? Between Eric Dyer and Ben Davies, right? They're both about to start their 10th season at Tottenham, right? Between them, they've played 671 games for Spurs, right? In all competitions. Now, if you add in that Colombian figure skater, Davinson Sanchez, he's played 205 games in 6 years. So between them three, they've played 876 games of football, right? Now, if you chuck in Clement Longley as well from his spell last year and Tanganga, the figure comes to 1,000 appearances for Tottenham Hotspur between those 5 centre-backs. Let that, just everybody have a collective kind of breath in of Dyer, Davis, Sanchez, Tanganga, Longley. 1,000 games. That is madness. And then they're putting ticket prices up.
Yeah.
We're about to see them again.
But this is what I'm trying to say. They're not taking you lot serious. The whole thing is treacherous, isn't it? Absolutely treacherous.
Someone saying, to be fair, Sava, Sanchez had a great period. I must have been in a coma for the great period Davinson Sanchez has had. Do you remember what Jose said about him?
About who?
About Davinson Sanchez. When he told your team to target him.
Yeah, he said, you're shit. Like, he was like, yeah, man. I mean, he was a pressing trigger when we played Ajax. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh, man. Yeah, so when we've got Ange Postecoglou last week coming out going, that I really like Ben Davies. He's going to be an integral part of what we do. And I'm like, oh, my God. We've had 10 years of this. Like, oh, my God.
It's mad.
Just to think we had Jan and Toby that for 2 seasons were the best centre-back pairing in Europe on paper, like in terms of goals conceded. We had a season where we conceded
they were
26 goals because
they were unreal. That was what was that Rose and Trippier?
Rose Walker, Jan and Toby.
Nuts.
With Dembele and Wanyama in front of them. Yeah, it was brilliant.
That is crazy. That team's mad. You know what I mean? Man, that team would do bits now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are their age? Even if some of them are retired, like
well, they would now. Well, they would now compared to what you've got. But I'm saying that team at the time, people didn't realize how good they were. That team on paper, that's a joke.
Yeah. Jan and Toby together were just such a good partnership. They knew each other inside out, and this is why listen up. How many people you got in this chat? I'd love to ask
over 1,000 in here, man.
Over 1,000 people, right? I'd love to know what everyone thinks, right? Now, any Spurs fans in this chat will get annoyed. They'll know who I am. They'll know my take on Christian Romero. There is a section of this Spurs fan base, right? And most of the Spurs fan base that really believe Christian Romero is a class centre-back and that the reason he doesn't look class is because he's playing alongside people like Dyer and Davis.
Yeah, but he's trash.
I watch this guy and I'm like, even when Dyer and Davis are nowhere near you You are falling over. You can't head a football. And this guy goes running out, clattering people like he's playing Grand Theft Auto. Do you know what I mean? It's just like he's just running up to people going, boom. And I don't get it. I'm not a fan. And I get, honestly, the hate I get for it, Rants. Honestly, the hate I get. I don't think he's any good.
He's not,
but
man.
He
but
won
you know what
World
it is?
Cup.
No,
Oh,
Tottenham fans have invested so much stock in Romero,
yeah.
that they just can't, for the life of them, they can't see, like, do you know what I mean? They can't see shoes, bruv. Like, this is what it is. Like, he's shit. But because the other players around him are so bad, he's the best of a bad bunch, innit?
Oh.
That's just
that's being polite. I mean, there was a game last year, right? I'm sure many of you would have seen this. Spurs played at Villa Park, right? Spurs played at Villa Park. And we lost 2-0. And for the first goal, right, we had the back three, obviously a Conte back three. Romero's nowhere near the action. The ball's about 40 yards from goal. He's nowhere. Listen, you're a centre half. You've got no business being 40 yards outside, away from the goal. He goes running out, clatters the bloke. The ref waves play on it. It's a foul, but the ref waves play on. They go down the side. Romero's now nowhere near our penalty area, and they score. And you're like, oh my God, right, thanks, Romero. Second half, the ball comes to the player on the edge of the box with his back to goal. The striker has his back. The goal's there, right? Most centre-halves shepherd him out. If he's facing that way, you're happy. Let him lay it off. Let someone have a pop shot. Romero, through the bloke, penalty, and we lose 2-0. and then everyone's going, oh, yeah, but he is playing with Dyer and Davis. But what's that got to do with anything? Like, sorry, I've just got this. I can't get with him. Rio Ferdinand did this bit on him last year after the who knocked us out of the Champions League, AC Milan. And there was like 15 minutes to go. We're 1-0 down from the first leg, right? It's 0-0 at home, and you got to score a goal. First of all, Romero comes running over to the side, clatters someone and gets a red card, and we're down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Then Conte decides that instead of putting on a striker, we're going to put on Davinson Sanchez. Like, Rants, I hate my club. I'm so frustrated with everything.
Bro, I absolutely hear you. I've been there with Manchester United. You see where we had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah? That was the depths of hell for me, bro. Like, it was the depths of hell. Like, obviously, we've ascended from that now, but I even said, listen, I hate the direction that my club's going in. And my club was nowhere near doing what Spurs were doing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we were still getting to cup finals, even though we were. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, what you guys are doing, like, when you look at everything together, the totality of it, from the stadium shit to the owners scandal to the KANE thing to you not addressing any of the positions that need to be addressed. Like, cool, the Harry Kane situation's ongoing. That doesn't mean you can't sign centre backs.
Right. This is the thing. Yeah, like this Sam West in your chat has said, like, can we really talk about Romero without a good centre back next to him? Look, I'm old school like this, and I know, Rants, I know you're old school in this sense as well. Christian Romero is 25. He's not an 18-year-old centre back that's coming in and you go, all right, there's mistakes in him, right? All right, you're rash because you're young. Like Rio Ferdinand at 18, 19 was brilliant, but he had a bozo moment in him.
Same with John Stones.
Yeah, and by 21, you watch Rio Ferdinand. That's gone, coached out of him. My worry is this guy's 25, right? And hasn't got rid of these idiot genes, hasn't got rid of this urge to, I summed up like this. Remember when you were at school in the playground, right? Like people are 5 or 6 and the PE teacher, whatever, puts the ball down and no one's sticking to their position. Everyone's just following the ball. You got like 20 little kids all running at the ball and you can throw a towel over them.
Yep.
That's what Romero's like. The ball comes anywhere in his 20, 30 yards. He has to go and hit them. And there's too many excuses for defenders that don't know the art of defending because he's got a nice pass, because he can spread a ball or bring the ball out. Nah, stay on your feet. Be a defender. Stay on your feet.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely he's a bozo, man. I big up for the super chat. He said, Rants, Raya, personal terms agreed. Ramsdale living off that English hype on Arsenal fans. Get me a real top keeper, spuds in the mud. Raya's decent. It's going to be good. He's going to improve Arsenal because Ramsdale's awful, and also Ramsdale's overrated on the ground. Everyone talks about him being a good ball playing goalkeeper. I completely disagree. I think he's bang average. Do you know what I mean? I think he's bang average with his feet. I think his ball playing abilities are massively overstated. Massively overstated. Do you know what I mean? So with that in mind, I think he's an upgrade on Ramsdale. However, I still don't think he's that good in it. Nah. It's just one of the things. When he was linked with Tottenham, Arsenal fans weren't like, "Oh, Tottenham are getting a really good goalkeeper." I didn't hear that, but now they're going to talk like he's the best keeper in the league. Like he's not.
I like Raya. I like Raya, but that's as far as it goes. Again, like you know me, I'm not going to get all giddy over. I like him. He was an upgrade for us from Lloris. I would question: is he a big enough upgrade from Ramsdale to make it worth it? And the next thing you've got, this is the big test of Arteta for me next year, is how you're keeping two keepers who are fairly at the same level. Let's be fair, there's not a lot of difference between them if we're going to call it for what it is. How are you going to keep them both happy? Because not many managers have that art, keeping top players happy if you've got more than one in the same position.
Oh, for sure.
So for me, listen, fair play. If that's the keeper that Arteta wants, cool, get him. But do you risk upsetting what looks like it's quite harmonious? I don't know. I don't know.
But that's even what I said with the whole Ben White and Jury and Timber situation. Like Ben White probably had his breakout season in the Premier League last season at right back. I thought he was impressive, even for me. Like, because I didn't really rate him, but he showed me aspects to his game that I didn't know existed. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I thought he had a good season.
Yeah, I would feel hard done by having like finished second and then you replace me. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a weird one. I think this is going to be a strange season for them because Arteta's got to keep all of these guys happy. And the only way to keep them all happy is for him to win stuff. And I don't think he's going to do that. So I'm interested.
That's how Pep keeps everyone happy, right?
Exactly.
Pep can keep everyone happy because you're playing. Listen, when you are going deep into every tournament, you are playing your 38 league games, 14, 15 Champions League games. I don't know, 5 or 6 FA Cup, 5 or 6 League Cup. You've got yourself 58 games a season, 60 games a season. You can say to someone, "Do you know what? Listen, I'm gonna save you. You know, you don't have to drop them. I'm gonna save you for this game. We've got a big game coming up in 10 days. You're my guy for that one." That's what Pep's good at. This is going to be a real test for Arteta this year with more players. Yeah, great squad depth. Everyone said they needed it. Not knocking that, but how do you manage that? Like I was on yesterday, and I really do need to jump in 30 seconds.
Sure.
I was saying on a show yesterday that who is it? I think LB from Man City was saying, "Oh, Arsenal desperately need another right-sided player to rotate with Saka." And I was like, "Well, first and foremost, how good is that player going to be if they're coming in knowing you are Bukayo Saka's backup? Second of all, what if Arsenal got knocked out of all the cups early and you're playing once a week? How are you then rotating Bukayo Saka?" Right. So it's managing those situations. But
that's what the manager gets paid their money for, people. So you just have to watch that unfold. Guys, get the likes up. We need to hit at least 500 likes, man. We got over 1.1k in here. Make sure you follow Sava's YouTube channel. The link is in the title. And do you have anything that you want to push them towards throughout the rest of the week?
Just my usual shows. I do a show every morning at 10 a.m. Where Spurs, it's basically lots of Spurs fans all venting and having therapy and getting annoyed and rumors and stuff. But if anyone did want to subscribe, I'm quite close to 9k now, so we're nearly at the 10k after 15 months. So
love that.
If you can help out anyone and smash that subscribe button, it would be much appreciated.
100%, people. So make sure you click the link. It is in the title. Appreciate how you support everyone that comes on the channel, guys. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. Keep an eye on the schedule and also keep an eye on the Instagram, people.